So there you are, you're at a friend's place and you're watching your baby sit there and have a bit of a play, except your child is a little bit behind. They're not quite doing the same things as the other kid is. And it's going in the back of your mind, is this normal? My name is Christian Flotter. I'd like to start a new series with you talking about, is my baby normal? Today we're going to be talking about rolling, when we should start, when is it abnormal, and how we can help get your baby rolling.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me.
So why is rolling so important? You see, rolling is one of these early transitional stages. It's one of these points where we start to develop coordination. See, first we have to be able to lift our head up. Then we need to be able to prop our arms up. Then we need to be able to coordinate head movement, arm movement, leg movement, and torso movement to be able to coordinate this motion of being able to roll. But more than that, it starts to help baby go from a simple one-dimensional-ish type of plane to exploring a great big spatial environment all around them. So then, the important part is knowing, when does it start to happen? Now there's a simple formula that clinicians use to help determine when a child should be doing a particular thing, and it's called the motor quotient. Now what happens with this motor quotient is we take the age at which we would expect them to be able to perform a particular task, divide it by the actual age of your child at that point in months, and you multiply that by 100. Optimally, we'd be looking for a score of around 100. Now, if this score ends up being below 70, this could actually indicate a degree of delay when it comes to doing a particular task. Let's take rolling as an example. Rolling from our front to our back, we would expect to do that by around 4 months of age. Now, if we are 4 months old, 4 divided by 4 times 100 equals 100. However, if we are around 5.5 months of age, this changes our formula quite a bit. All of a sudden, we're ticking into that 70 zone, which makes us a little bit more concerned. And if we start plotting the numbers in, you can see from rolling from our tummy to our back, this is around 5.5 months of age, but from our back to our front, it ends up being around 7 months of age. So what a lot of people have done is clump those two together and come up with around 6 months of age. If your child is not rolling in either direction by 6 months of age, this is a time when we start to need to pay attention and possibly have a referral to our healthcare practitioner to see if there's anything else going on. So what could actually go on? What can delay a baby enrolling? The first one I'm going to talk about, and by far the most common one that I see, is an issue with tone. Babies with low tone don't tend to have that muscular development, that muscular ability to be able to perform particular tasks. Now, what can cause a low tone? There's a whole bunch of things behind that, and that's for another episode. But what else could cause this delay in rolling? Maybe there's a degree of primitive reflex persistence. Could a persistent primitive reflex impact on our ability to roll? There's one particular reflex called the asymmetric tonic neck reflex, the Atnr. Now the Atnr, it has a very particular activity. When a baby turns their head to one side, they open up their arm to that same side. Now if you're trying to roll and your arm sticks out in the way, it's not going to make it very easy. So they tend to have a bit of a delay in rolling. Now, the other one that I see as being a major cause is there could be a point of discomfort. Now imagine you've got a bit of a sore shoulder. You're not going to really enjoy rolling over onto that shoulder, are you? You're not going to enjoy reaching over to try and get towards the other side. And so a problem in the shoulder may actually impact on a child's ability to perform a rolling maneuver. How do they get a shoulder problem? Well, in research that we had published, we actually found kids being born can impact on their shoulder development. Think about it. They're lemons, watermelons, tiny little spaces, and their shoulders tend to be the thing that bump up against bonier bits in mum during delivery. So a shoulder problem, a musculoskeletal condition, could actually impact on your child's ability to roll. So what can we do to help get a baby who is not rolling? Let's talk about a couple of little activities. So firstly, using an object of interest, we'll get your baby to try and reach up towards this and then bringing it across their body. This will force them to start rolling towards that object of interest. Now we can also work with their legs. By pushing underneath their knee across their body, it will start to get trunk involvement, again helping them in their rolling development. So I hope you found this one helpful. If you've got a child who is a little bit delayed when it comes to that rolling, or even if they're rolling a little bit earlier than what they should be, I feel it would be wise. Have a chat to your healthcare practitioner and get some advice. And as always, if you have any questions, you could always ask Dr. Christian.